While you were practicing studying, while you were doing something with your life that was beneficial to the world, while you were doing something with your life that wasn't a total drain on society, I was practicing the blade. I was practicing how to be a Japanese samurai. At the risk of upsetting the women in the audience, men, let's talk about this subject a little bit. In the immortal words of Vlad Dracula, what is a man but a miserable pile of secrets? There is no wisdom in that. Immortality is just part of his condition. Listen up, men. This is the 21st century, and you are going to have to give yourself a label. Humans love doing this. It's the only way, in the absence of straight up murder, that we can actually even begin to comprehend each other. So like putting people in easy to understand group structures like thus, or like thus, or like thus, or like thus, or like thus.
The planet would be better off if there were fewer black people.
So what's it going to be, extremely online individual? Are you going to pretend that you're a Sigma male, or are you going to pretend that you're a woman? Welcome to the tier list, pyramid, iceberg, compass, in that order, trademark. This is how much humans love to categorize things. If you find yourself watching these sort of videos, drumroll please, you might be autistic. You are autistic. Diagnose yourself, it's fun. But first, diagnose yourself on the male tier list and pick what type of male that you think you are in the comment section below, please. All of reality is an illusion created by demons. Nothing is real except what we say is real. Going to our top spot, number 1, alpha male and sigma male. It's a joint top spot. How do you define who gets to be the top of the male pyramid of power? The one way that you determine what makes a man, what makes the mark of a man, what really makes a man the pinnacle of man is how many women he is having intercourse with at any given moment. You could imagine women like the points that you get in a video game. You fucking nerd. The more times that you stick your pee in and out of them, the more points that you get in this hypothetical video game that we call life on the male pyramid of power. 10 points to Gryffindor. Alright, so alpha males, they're big, they're strong, they're hunky, they're like Spartan warriors except not gay. Alpha males are consequently loud, extremely annoying, and possibly the most intolerable people that you could meet, which is why women like them. The capacity for brute violence is extremely attractive to the female mind. If you want to get yourself up on this top position of the male pyramid of power, it's going to take you probably a fair amount of time, but the way I would advise it is the formulation of good habits. So the next time you're walking down the street and you find a group of women that you find attractive, you've got to demonstrate to some extent your capacity for violence as well. So just do a little something like this. Just do a little something like this every time that you pass a woman on the street. And now on the right hand corner of the male pyramid of power is the sigma male. This is because unlike the rest of the pyramid of power, who define their self-worth by how many women they are having intercourse with at any given moment, the sigma male takes the opposite track and defines his self-worth by how many members of the sexual underclass he can tread on at any given moment. 3 traits of a sigma male. 1, hate women. 2, hate women. 3, hate women. You don't even have to have a large crypto portfolio for this to be you. Although, knowing what a crypto portfolio is will increase your chances of becoming a sigma male. As to who goes here, you. Yes, literally you. You belong here, right alongside the alpha male. You could have sex with as many women as you would possibly want to have sex with, but instead you choose to achieve your point in a different manner. And in the game you're playing, no one's as high as you. Alright, next on the list. Beta male. I spit on you. Whoa! Look how far I start there, bro. In earlier, less advanced versions of the male typology sphere, there were only 2 types of males. There were alpha males and beta males, and that was it. The typology went something like this. You could imagine the alpha male as good and the beta male as bad. Essentially, it's like a religious system of viewing the world. You have good and you have evil. Although, to some extent, I suppose that depends from where you're standing. In the Virgin Chad meme, we can see sort of a shift of this dynamic. It's a bit like Paradise Lost. You know, the Chads at the top of the pyramid sort of oppressing the virgins at the bottom, and therefore the narrative gets switched. You know, good becomes evil and evil becomes good. It's master and slave morality. War. Nowadays, beta males are seen more fondly as secondary chads to Chad's own Chadness. From a Marxist perspective, this could be seen as a sign of further oppression. You know, the Chads handing out golden marks of servitude to keep up their regime. Who knows? Lots of law in the male hierarchy tier list. Next on the tier list, we have the Delta male. They are your average Joe types. Moving on. Next, on the male tier list, we have the Gamma male. When a star cluster is in the equalization of equinox, and a baby's brain is subjected to the, the planet's gravity and the gravity of the stars, these minor shifts in gravity create such profound changes in the baby's brain that they become a gamma male. And interestingly enough, gamma males are known for their galaxy-sized brains. To quote from some website, gamma males are toxic, dishonest, and manipulative, incapable of obeying social rules, not a part of any social group, put women on a pedestal or hate them, overconfident yet overly emotional, and too egotistical to accept flaws. Like me. When I read this for the first time, I truly understood there and then what it must have felt like to be an African American walking out of the cinema for the first time after seeing Black Panther. It's been said that gamma males are stuck in bubbles of intellectual delusion, but when you think about it, what if the problem wasn't to do with me? What if everyone else was just retarded? This layer of the tier list would be encompassed by people like Elliot Rodger, Adolf Hitler, and Neil deGrasse Tyson. Alright, now we're gonna get to the bottom layer of the iceberg, which is, of course, the Omega male. The bottom layer of the pyramid iceberg tier list political compass is occupied by the SR type of the Myers-Briggs personality test. Of course, standing for social rejects, social retards, and sensible retards, or just retarded people. If you're here, the chances are that you've never actually even looked at a woman in your life, because eye contact is immediately met with an involuntary shudder and an aversion of the female body as they catch just a glimpse of your grotesque bodily form before they move their vision away involuntarily to avoid the mental trauma that your Lovecraftian eldritch tentacle form is going to inflict on their petite little brains, which isn't their fault, they're just retarded, they can't deal with conflict. Anyway, that's my thoughts on women. Tune in next time to the misogyny series for more women bashing. I know the last time I said something kind of profound. What am I going to say this time? I don't know, I guess I said it at the beginning of the video. Rewind to find out my point!